But there's a sweet science to boxing. There's a sweet science to boxing.
The best and the coolest thing about my career is called the sweet science.
There's a sweet science to boxing.
It's to hit and not get hit.
Let's get to it. So, man, it looks like boxing is gearing up to end 2024 with the big bang. Well, maybe not a big bang, but at least some fights that I want to see. And one of those fights is Brian Norman Jr. versus Jaron Bout Ennis. Listen, I've been following Bout Ennis for a long time. You guys already know this. I've also been following Brian Norman Jr. Now, when it comes to this fight, they saying that they are almost close to a deal. This is what's being reported. Michael Benson tweeted, Brian Norman Jr.'s father/trainer, Brian Norman Sr., has said that they are now very close to a deal to fight Jaron Bout Ennis in an IBF and WBO welterweight world title unification fight on November the 9th in Philadelphia. We want this fight to happen. Ennis wants this fight to happen. The welterweight division needs this fight to happen, and we're gonna make it happen. Listen, I agree with him. We definitely need this fight to happen. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Bout Ennis, that's my guy, but I mean, has he really been tested? Even Brian Norman Jr., has he really been tested? I mean, let's be real. Both of them got their belts because my man Terrence Crawford dropped them. When it comes to IBF, he was actually stripped. Then he dropped the WBO. But who cares? My point is, neither one of them beat a champion for their belt. So they both got elevated after Terrence Crawford either dropped his belt or was stripped of his belts, because he's now at 154. So this would be a good way to start their run. Go ahead, take care of one of the champions, whether it's Bout Ennis taking care of Brian Norman Jr. or whether it's Brian Norman Jr. taking care of Bout Ennis. Personally, I got Bout Ennis. I know Brian Norman Jr. is good, that's my man, and he just coming off a crazy knockout versus Giovanni Santillan, but I just gotta go with Bout Ennis, man. To me, he's more skilled than Brian Norman Jr. Not to say Brian Norman Jr. is not skilled, I just feel like Bout is more skilled. And I know some of you guys are gonna say, bro, skills don't always matter. And you're right, it doesn't. Sometimes it takes more than skill. Sometimes it takes heart. Sometimes it takes power. Sometimes all it takes is a good chin. You know, there's a lot of factors that play in. But both of these guys have shown that they got good chin. Both of these guys have shown that they got pretty good power. I would have to go with Bout when it comes to more power. Then when it comes to the skills, Brian Norman Jr. got skill, but come on, you can't sit here and tell me that he got more skill than Bout Ennis. He doesn't. He's a great boxer, but he doesn't. Either way it go, this is a win-win for the boxing fans. This is one of them fights I wanted to see. Just like I said before, if Bout can't get Marios Barrios, he should at least get Brian Norman Jr. And it looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. But even after he beat Brian Norman Jr., yes, that's right, I said it, I feel like he's going to beat him. He still should go after Marios Barrios and get the WBC belt from him. But what y'all think, man? Is this one of them fights that y'all was looking for? Or would y'all rather see Bout Ennis go for somebody else at 147?